So this video is going to be a guide to jumping in Halo 2. I'm going to talk about all the different types of jumps that we use in the speedrun, give an overview and a guide on how to do them. This is very basic stuff. If you're familiar with Halo 2's mechanics, you'll probably know a majority of this stuff, but I want to make it accessible to all players and explain even the smallest things. So, as you can see, I'm on the multiplayer map Ascension here. It's a great little map for practicing jumps. You can also see I have my controller display in the bottom left. It shows all my inputs. For PC players that might not be familiar with controller, A is jump, as you can see there. L3 or left stick is crouch. R2 or right trigger is shoot. And L2 or left trigger is grenade. So the first thing I want to talk about is the crouch jump. So the crouch jump is a jump which allows you to gain more vertical height. It's the absolute most basic jump. It's in all Halo games, and it's really useful. We use it an absolute ton. Whenever you're doing a jump upwards, you want to be crouching. So to show what a crouch jump does, we have a wall here. If I try to jump on this, I cannot make this jump, no matter how hard I try, because my feet are not getting over the wall. If I jump and crouch in the air, I can then make the jump. So what crouching does is it tucks in our lower legs and makes our hitbox smaller, but our head is still at the same height. So we can make jumps that we previously couldn't make. As I said, we use this all the time. It's really important to know. Just jump and then crouch once you're in the air. Okay, so the next jump I'm going to talk about is the grenade jump. It also allows for more vertical height, but can also be used for horizontal displacement, allowing you to go faster. If you watch more experienced speedruns, they will often use grenade boosts to go forwards as well as upwards. But I'm going to show you upwards here. So another wall here that I can't make the jump onto. I also can't make the jump with a crouch jump. So I need some extra height. So when a grenade explodes in Halo 2 and most other Halo games, the explosion has a knockback effect. We can use this to our advantage. So in Halo 2, if you crouch like this, you can put a grenade underneath your foot. If I then jump as it explodes, the grenade will push me upwards. I can gain extra height and I can now make the jump onto this little wall. Another scenario for a grenade jump is this jump here. So this jump is really hard. Hopefully I nail it. But you can see this is really high. Like, I'm not even close with a standard jump. So I should say here, you can also do grenade jumps with a plasma grenade. And the grenade doesn't have to be directly under your foot. As long as you're within the explosive radius, you will get a boost, like so. So another little strategy that you may come across is to bounce a grenade off a wall that you're stood next to. The grenade can get stuck between the wall and the player. So if I try to grenade on the floor here, it'll just bounce off the ramp like so. But if I throw the grenade into the wall, I can stick it under my feet and then grenade jump upwards. I did fail the jump there. It's not the easiest jump, but it's another thing that I can explain. So when you grenade jump, your height depends on when you jump with respect to the grenade's explosion. So to get the maximum height, you want to jump right as the grenade explodes. So that time I did make it, even though you may not have noticed any difference between the two jumps. The second one had a better timing with respect to the grenade's explosion, which allows me to get all the way up to this building with simply 2 grenades. So I'm going to drop back down here. I'm going to show a rocket jump. So a rocket jump is very, very similar to a grenade jump. We instead use the rocket explosion. So rocket jumps are much riskier because the rocket will kill you in one shot, whereas a frag grenade won't. And in campaign, neither will a plasma grenade. So we use the rocket jump on Delta Halo at the start. It's the only place where it's used, but it's still good to know. So if I jump and then rocket straight downwards, you can see I gained extra height again. So I'm going to not choke this one. Actually make it onto the wall this time. Okay, I fell down. But yeah, you can see that the rocket also gives me extra height. The rocket explosion radius is also larger than the grenades, so you can be much further away from the rocket when you do a rocket jump, like so. So the final type of jump I'm going to talk about in this video is a slide jump. So if I'm on this wall here, again you can see not even close to making this jump. But if I do what is called a slide jump, I can get the jump up. So let me show you, like so. So what a slide jump is you land on an inclined surface. When you land on an inclined surface in this game, you gain momentum when you jump forward, like that. If you choose to crouch in the air, uncrouch as you land, and then jump immediately afterwards, you can get a slide jump. So I said as you land, you want to uncrouch just before you land, and then jump right as you land. So the combination is jump, crouch, uncrouch, jump. So that time I landed on the small flat surface there, I gained no boost. It requires an inclined surface. So slide jumps are really useful. They are used a lot throughout the run, especially by more experienced runners, as they can also give you forward momentum. So if I go down this ramp, if I hit a slide jump, I will gain lots of forward momentum and travel further than if I was to just walk down the ramp. So wherever there's an inclined surface that's going in the direction we're going, we want to jump and slide jump off of it to gain momentum. There's a few spots where we use slide jumps to make spots where we wouldn't be able to. For example, on Regret, we do a jump across the gap at the start of the level, and to allow us to skip a huge section without the need for sword. So yeah, the slide jump is really useful. You want to crouch in the air, uncrouch right before you land, and jump as you land. Whilst I'm here, I can show another example of a rocket jump. Oh, never mind. No, I can't. I'm joking. So, like I said earlier, the rocket jump, the explosion radius on the rocket is greater than that on the grenade. So I can shoot here and then jump and get a boost from a significant distance away. The rocket will always give you a big boost, and will give you a more significant boost than a grenade, if only by a little bit. But yeah, those are the major jump types in the Halo 2 speedrun. Hopefully I covered them well enough. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.